Good morning folks and welcome back to the channel. HappyCattyCrypto here, and we're looking at a few different things this morning. So this is going to be a clustered video with a few things mixed in, but it's mostly all going to be on the Commonwealth here. This was a change that I spoke about yesterday. It's been made recently, so if you're using Agora still, it's only in read mode now. You can't do anything with it. It's only useful for going back and looking at things. Everything is going to be happening here from now on for the future and hopefully for the foreseeable future. Not really feeling or digging the layout. Hopefully a better layout gets put into play. This is a little bit, I don't know. I don't really like it. You may like it, my own personal opinion. So we've got different things going on. As you can see here, we've got everything that you need here on the left-hand side. It really is just the same. It's just laid out differently. We're going to be going to governance. We're going to be looking at what is exactly going on. Now, I've spoken, and we can go back in my videos. Somebody will likely know what video this first started in, but I mentioned a bug bounty program time and time again. And this was something that I put forward many times to even Terra Rebels and said, look, instead of trying to charge the community loads of money for, you know, these weird tiny little bug fixes, why don't we just create a bug bounty program, set aside some funds each month and ensure that we top up that treasury each month for the bug bounty system? Because ultimately, if you find a bug, you know how to correct that bug. Okay, you put that forward, then you'll get a bounty for that. This is the kind of stuff we need. This is called an incentive to not only be part of the blockchain, but now you can actually, because a lot of people, right, they value their time. I value my time quite highly. Time is well spent doing things that are going to push you forward with your own life and things like that. Everybody wants to do better, but ultimately, if you can get paid for doing something right, you're gonna be incentivized to do it more. And these are the kind of things that we want. So what you're likely going to see happen is all of these different kind of little niggly things, you're going to see them get just picked up by random. So there's like groups of people that specialize just in going around and cleaning up bug bounties and trying to find all the ins and outs, how to break something. And, you know, the bigger the bug, the better the bounty. That's normally how it works. So this is a really good thing to see. So quickly moving over to Station. Like I said, we're going to be moving between Station and the Commonwealth. We have got this lovely upgrade proposal. This is genuine. I've thrown our vote in. It's definitely a yes from us. I love where we're heading at the moment. We're heading into a, I don't know how to word this correctly. There's been so many hurdles on this road. There's no hurdles after this update. There's nothing. There is just the USTC repeg for us to focus on. This is insanely good for us. We have one road that we're following and we can put all of our time, effort into that road, because ultimately if you repeg USTC, like we've said many of times, you're going to solve the majority of the problems. You'll have a way to burn through the ridiculous LUNC supply. You would possibly see these huge runs. I'm going to be doing a video later on today exactly of, you know, taking a look into the future of, you know, how I see this all panning out and where I see this all going and what kind of my dream of where this all could lead to. I think it's going to be quite an interesting video because I don't do videos like that because they can seem a little bit FOMO driven, but ultimately this is our sector. This is where we belong. This is our home. This is where we find warmth, comfort. We huddle with other people. We stay warm. We understand things. And we've been in this for longer than a year now. So I think the video is long overdue. But going back to the Commonwealth, like I said, you've got the task force Q3 proposal. This is even better, knowing way ahead of time. And we can have a podcast about this. We can dive into this. We can speak to Steve about it. We can go through all the ins and outs and we can gauge community sentiment. I can do live streams to help you all get what you would like from the L1 team put forward, because this isn't about them. This is about everybody, the broader consensus of this community getting together to get things done. And you know, if you go back and look at my proposal on Agora, a lot of the things that I've put forward are actually happening, and it just seems like people are starting to listen. Getting this bug bounty program is a huge sign that the L1, they're listening, they're adapting, they're improvising, and they're not finding problems, they're finding solutions. And this is such a huge deal for me, because I honestly believe you're one of two people in life. You're a problem solver or you're a problem finder. And what that kind of means is, you find a problem, you don't see a problem, you just see different solutions in your mind. Whereas you get someone else, they'll see a problem and it just becomes another problem. They'll ring their bot, we've got this in the way, we can't, we've got this, we've got that. And, your boss doesn't want that. He wants solutions. He doesn't want problems. And this is what we want from our L1 team. I honestly believe all of these changes recently it's becoming a finesse now for us. We're starting to get into a motion, a rhythm. And I honestly believe we've been rewarded recently. And I'm going to be doing another video on this because I think there's a lot more to what's going on with Binance. I honestly believe them removing the futures trading was them giving us a nod and saying, keep doing what you're doing. You keep behaving, keep acting the way you're acting, become professional, be the blockchain we want you to be, and we will reward you. We will treat you like adults. We won't treat you like children. So we've played ball with them, and it's very interesting to see that they've removed the futures. But this Commonwealth, I think it will grow on us even if they don't change the layout. So like I was saying, you've got a lot of different things going on, and I don't ignore anything here. Now, with this sort of situation that pans out each and every time we get on a path, someone else introduces another path. And that path, yes, it may be good. Yes, it may have loads of, great ideas and routes in it. But the saddest part about it is we've already chosen to start driving down a road. To make a U-turn now and go backwards on ourselves would seem absolutely stupid. And it was just like, at some point, we're going to have to get some sort of level of respect as to what happened. Because if you go over to Luna, okay, when they decided to create what they created with the new system that's being put into play, right? There was two choices. The Expedition or Do Kwon's whole, Feather Protocol and Alliance module. And upon having those two choices, one route was taken and decided. It wasn't the Expedition. They decided to follow the route of Feather and Alliance. And the community over there respected that, but we struggle to find that here. And like I said, okay, it's not a bad idea. Just because we vote no to something or we abstain from something doesn't mean it's a bad idea or the people are bad. It just means we're already on a route to somewhere, and we don't have unlimited resources. We need to be very cautious and very careful about the routes that we take. And we've spoken about this so many times now on the channel, is just staying on the one path and not calling it the truth path, but, seeing these things out. And it was always the thing with like the burn tax, and that's something we're working on in the background with the smart tax system and, bringing a module forward for that, because ultimately people are always going to want to change that module. And yeah, but anyway, if you haven't watched that video, go back and watch that video. But like I was saying, we pay attention to everything on here, and there's so many different things going on, and this one down here was definitely something that just rattled my mind, because there's so many different. When you go through, when I go through something like this, I play the bad actor and I start walking all the different like kind of bad routes that people would think up, and all the negatives, and it just seems like people are so desperate at the moment to get some sort of limelight. It's very strange, and it doesn't matter who they have to put off or who they have to push in front of to get there. It's all very strange. I think what's even stranger in the LUNC community is how many people have multiple personalities. And when I say that, I think it's LUNC High, is it High Castle? The High Castle person, they've touched on this pretty well, and I've noticed it myself that, this person's voice seems very similar to somebody else that was, a big person in this community. And then we saw a huge move recently from, the LUNC DAO validator to this validator, and it's like, hold up a minute, that voice sounds, well, it's really weird to see how desperate people are to like keep it becomes a thing where I think people become very self-obsessed and want to be the center of attention and want to have all of the answers all of the times and all of the solutions, and always want to be the lead of everything. And, you know, one thing that I respect here in the HTC kind of sector behind the scenes is the fact that I work a lot with Strath Cole, and, you know, I'm always giving him credit and I'm always respecting his routes that he's put forward, as well as he respects my routes that I put forward. And it's, you know, we struggle to see that, but hopefully, like I was saying, with all of these different things that we've spoken about here today, we seem to be on a route that is definitive and we know where we're going. It's been a very, very obvious sign through the recent proposals that we're heading in the correct direction. The test environment is already passed. You know, the upgrade was submitted 13 hours ago. The likelihood is this will be passed within the next 24 hours. We're moving well. Folks, I hope this gets your day off to a good start. If I haven't earned your subscription yet, I hope I have by now. Consider subscribing, drop a like on the way out, drop a comment. Those 3 things really do help this channel grow, and it helps me so very much. Folks, thank you so much for all of the support, for all of the comments that you do put, for all of the likes that you do drop, just everything that you do. I really appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. You do make all of this possible. Otherwise it would just be me speaking into my microphone to absolutely nobody. None of this is financial advice. Beware of scammers, doppelgangers, anyone pretending to be me. And stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao!